Question 1. In which year did women in Australia gain the right to vote in federal elections? A. 1901, B. 1902, C. 1918. Correct answer, B. 1902. In 1902, the Commonwealth Franchise Act gave women the right to vote and stand for election at the federal level in Australia, making Australia one of the first countries in the world to grant these rights to women. Question 2. Which city is the capital of Western Australia? A. Darwin, B. Perth, C. Adelaide. Correct answer, B. Perth. Perth is the capital city of Western Australia and the largest city in the state. Darwin is the capital of the Northern Territory, Adelaide is the capital of South Australia, and Broome is a regional town, not a state capital. Question 3. On which date does Australia observe National Flag Day? A. January 1st, B. January the 26th, C. September the 3rd. Correct answer, C. September the 3rd. National Flag Day is held on September the 3rd to commemorate the first official raising of the Australian national flag in 1901, following the announcement of the winning flag design. Question 4. Which colours appear on the Torres Strait Islander flag? A. Red, black and yellow, B. Blue, green, black and white, C. Green, yellow and blue. Correct answer, B. Blue, green, black or white. The Torres Strait Islander flag features blue to represent the sea, green for the land, black for the Torres Strait Islander people, and white for peace. These colours symbolise the strong connection between the people, the land, and the sea in Torres Strait Islander culture. Question 5. What does freedom of association mean in Australia? A. The right to join any lawful group or organisation. B. The right to avoid paying membership fees. C. The obligation to join a political party. Correct answer, A. The right to join any lawful group or organisation. Freedom of association allows people in Australia to choose whether or not to join lawful groups, organisations or unions. This freedom is protected by law but must be exercised within Australia's legal system and does not allow people to break the law. Question 6. Which institutions are responsible for enforcing the law in Australia? A. The Prime Minister, B. The Governor-General, C. The police and the courts. Correct answer, C. The police and the courts. In Australia, laws are enforced by the police, who investigate crimes and maintain public order, and by the courts, which apply and interpret the law. The Prime Minister and Parliament create and lead government policy, but they do not enforce the laws. Question 7. Which flower is officially recognised as Australia's national floral emblem? A. Rose, B. Waratah, C. Golden wattle. Correct answer, C. Golden wattle. The golden wattle was officially proclaimed as Australia's national floral emblem in 1988. It was chosen because it grows widely across the country and is closely linked to Australia's national colours, green and gold. The golden wattle symbolises unity, resilience and the natural environment of Australia. Question 8. Which Australian state or territory has the largest population? A. Victoria, B. Queensland, C. New South Wales. Correct answer, C. New South Wales. New South Wales has the largest population in Australia, mainly because it includes Sydney, the country's biggest city and a major centre for jobs, education and migration. As a result, more people live in New South Wales than in any other state or territory. Question 9. What commitment is made in the Australian Citizenship Pledge? A. Joining the military, B. Loyalty to Australia and its people, C. Obeying the laws of the United Kingdom. Correct answer, B. Loyalty to Australia and its people. The Australian Citizenship Pledge is a promise to be loyal to Australia, to respect its laws, values and democratic beliefs, and to contribute positively to the Australian community. It does not require loyalty to another country, military service, or adherence to any religion. Question 10. What do we call the system that shares government powers between the national and state governments in Australia? A. Federation, B. Democracy, C. Constitutional monarchy. Correct answer, A. Federation. Federation refers to the division of powers between the federal government and the state governments. Under this system, each level of government has its own responsibilities as set out in the Australian Constitution. Question 11. Which of the following is a responsibility of Australian citizenship? A. Joining a political party, B. Obeying and respecting Australian laws, C. Compulsory military service. Correct answer, B. Obeying and respecting Australian laws. One key responsibility of Australian citizenship is to follow and uphold the laws of Australia. Citizens are not required to join a political party, serve in the military, or speak only English. Question 12. How do Australians show the value of mateship? A. By helping and standing by each other, especially in difficult times. B. By competing with one another. C. By supporting only close family members. Correct answer, A. By helping and standing by each other, especially in difficult times. Mateship is an important Australian value that refers to loyalty, support, and helping others, particularly during tough situations. It emphasises friendship, fairness, and looking out for one another, not competition or exclusion. Question 13. What is the primary responsibility of the Australian Defence Force? A. Providing policing services. B. Developing government policy. C. Protecting Australia and its national interests. Correct answer, C. Protecting Australia and its national interests. The main role of the Australian Defence Force is to defend Australia, protect its people, and safeguard the nation's interests at home and overseas. It is not responsible for policing, making policy, or conducting trade. Question 14. Who is entitled to vote in Australian federal elections? A. Australian citizens aged 18 and over. B. Anyone living in Australia. C. Only people who own property. Correct answer. A. Australian citizens aged 18 and over. In Australia, the right to vote in federal elections is given to Australian citizens. who are at least 18 years old and enrolled to vote. Permanent residents and other residents are not eligible, and voting is not limited to property owners. Question 15. Who has the authority to dissolve the House of Representatives and call a federal election in Australia? A. The High Court. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Governor-General. Correct answer. C. The Governor-General. The Governor-General has the formal power to dissolve the House of Representatives and call a federal election, usually acting on the advice of the Prime Minister. This power comes from the Australian Constitution, even though it is normally exercised following established democratic conventions. Question 16. Why is equality considered important in Australian society? A. It makes sure everyone has the same rights and legal opportunities. B. It guarantees the same income for all people. C. It eliminates all differences between individuals. Correct answer. A. It makes sure everyone has the same rights and legal opportunities. Equality in Australia means that all people are treated fairly under the law and have the same rights and opportunities, regardless of their background. It does not mean everyone earns the same income or that personal differences are removed. Question 17. Which of the following is a right held by all Australian citizens? A. Ignoring the law. B. Applying for an Australian passport. C. Living anywhere in the world. Correct answer. B. Applying for an Australian passport. Australian citizens have the right to apply for an Australian passport, which allows them to travel internationally as Australians. Citizens must still obey the law and pay taxes, and while they can travel freely, they do not have an unrestricted right to live in any country they choose. Question 18. What does the term Commonwealth in Commonwealth of Australia refer to? Question 18. What does the term Commonwealth in Commonwealth of Australia refer to? Correct answer. C. People working together for the common good. Commonwealth means a community of people united to promote the welfare and interests of everyone. It reflects the idea that Australia is governed for the benefit of its people, rather than being defined by wealth or imperial control. Question 19. Which document sets out the basic principles and rules for governing Australia? A. The Constitution. B. The Bill of Rights. C. The Commonwealth Act. Correct answer. A. The Constitution. The Australian Constitution defines how Australia is governed, including the structure of government, the division of powers, and the roles of the Parliament, executive, and courts. The other documents are important historically or in other countries, but do not govern Australia. Question 20. What is meant by respect for the freedom and dignity of the individual in Australia? A. Respect is given only to citizens. B. Freedom applies only to men. C. Everyone has the right to live free from discrimination, persecution, or unfair treatment. Correct answer. C. Everyone has the right to live free from discrimination, persecution, or unfair treatment. This value means that every person is treated with respect and equality, regardless of their background, beliefs, or gender. In Australia, individuals are free to live their lives safely and fairly, as long as they follow the law, and no one should be mistreated or discriminated against. Thank you for watching. How many questions did you pass? Don't forget to like, subscribe for me. Bye.